question.
1 minute.
This is the
You
question.
answer the question.
No.
No, don't give me a lecture. Don't give me propaganda. I want the answer to the question. It was a very specific question. You uphold the spirit of Kashmir. No, 1 second. Mr. Nasirul Islam. Please. Mr. Nasirul Islam, there have been hundreds and thousands of Hindus who have been driven out. Don't reduce this. I warn you, do not reduce this. Do not reduce this into a macabre statistical exercise where we are going to pull out numbers of people murdered on both sides. So please, do not do that.
I completely disagree with you.
Do not do that.
No,
do that. Now you need 1 minute. You need to calm down.
I'm saying let us talk about the brutality of the Indian armed forces in Kashmir.
You need to calm down and you need to answer a very direct question.
It's not a direct question.
Forget about the past. Talk about today.
No, we don't believe in
Grand
electoral process.
Grand Mufti,
We don't believe in
I'm
electoral
asking you a
process.
simple,
Electoral
straightforward
process is
question.
not- It's not an alternate to the
I'm asking you a simple, straightforward question. I'm asking you a simple, straightforward question.
He is indulging in propaganda. He is indulging in simple propaganda. Grand Mufti is asking you something. Why don't? Yeah, he will become Grand Mufti. These days, it's not very difficult for them to become Muftis. So, he's asking you a simple question. Please answer this question. Why are you roaming around? Did you condemn the brutalities that terrorists heaped on Kashmiri Pandits or even Kashmiri Muslims? Did you ever? Around where you live, there are almost 50 temples destroyed. Did you ever condemn it? Did you ever condemn it, Deputy Grand Mufti? Please tell me.
Can you just tell me how many Kashmiri Pandits were killed in Kashmir?
It is not important how many were killed. It's important that they were killed. And they were killed by people who you support. They were killed by people who you call jihadis.
Let me bring in Dr. Samir Kaul. Hold your thoughts. Nasirul Islam, 1 second. Let me bring in Dr. Samir Kaul 1 second. Let me bring in Dr. Samir Kaul. Since you're going to dilate, let me bring in Dr. Samir Kaul. Dr. Samir Kaul, I'm asking you, it's classic double speak from your party tonight. I'm asking you to take a stand. Will you take a stand? Will you take a stand? Will you take a stand?
I don't know what to say for that, but I have very clearly told you what the official stand of the People's Democratic Party is, that our politics is not mixed with religion, nor do we feel that it needs to be mixed.
No.
We
so
don't
why
encourage
not?
such
Okay,
things
Mr. Dr. So why 1 second? One second. Please, let me come in this, please. Then why not issue a show cause notice, put the MLA on suspension? It's a direct question, simple question, not complicated.
We definitely will find out who has made such a statement, because to be very frank with you, I had absolutely no knowledge that such a statement has even been made.
It seems to me that
I'm just reacting to what you're telling me.
Ducking.
And I'm sure that will be looked at.
No, I'm sure, but your sort of nowhere answer suggests to me that you're dodging, ducking and weaving out of the way. Why are you doing this? Take a stand. It's only reinforcing the impression that you're talking in classic double tones.
Whoever may have come out with, my position is very clear. I am reiterating it yet again, Rahul, that I really do not know that such a statement would be made or has been made. Now, if that statement has been made, I clarify as a spokesperson, the official position of the People's Democratic Party is that we do not believe in mixing religion and politics together, and we keep them separate.
So I take it that in the next 24 hours, since you are so committed to the principles, you will issue a show cause notice. I'm sorry I'm constantly asking you this question because I want you to take a stand.
No, but I'm just saying that I think the leaders of the party, the president of the party will look at all these things. That is not my domain to decide as to what should be done. You have suggested it. I'm sure they will react to it if such a thing needs to be done.
Okay, quick comments. Sanjay Kaul, you wanted to make a comment? We're running out of time. Make a comment, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that in all fairness, at least Dr. Samir Kaul is at least is appealing to the better side of his party. It seems obviously clearly that he is not in a condition to be able to impose it. But so I would like to just say that a better test would be to ask the others who are on your panel who are blustering about morality, to why don't they just make a statement to say that, of course, it can be considered that a Hindu can be the chief minister of J&K. And I think that would do much more than any apologies or any complaints to the EC.
Okay. Junaid Mattu, you want to take that question?
Sorry?
Do you want to take that question? Why don't you speak in the affirmative and say, Sanjay Kaul is asking you, and say that yes, it is possible for a Hindu to become the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir.
I find this question as communal and as derogatory as I find the comments of this concerned MLA. As I have said very clearly, let's not go for an interrogation on this. Oh, can this guy become? Can somebody from this dialect become? Can somebody from this district become? Jammu and Kashmir is a state. Every citizen is a voter. Every voter, every state subject has a right to aspire to become the chief minister of this state. And as I said, Umar Abdullah is the chief minister of the state. He is our chief ministerial candidate because we think he's the best person suited for the job, irrespective of his religion, creed, caste or language. That is as clear an answer as anybody can give you.
Does that satisfy you, Sanjay Kaul?
Oh yes, I'd like to. I mean, since he said it pretty much the same thing that you could have said, that what he's really saying is that the National Conference believes that a Hindu can be the chief minister of J&K. That's good news.
Okay, that's good news. Some resolution at the end of a heated debate is always good news. Let's hope that we can extricate identity, whichever way you look at it. Let's hope we can approach this election, which could possibly be a watershed election in the history of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, with an open mind. With an open mind, because once we have our minds open, we are receptive to new ideas. And once we are receptive to new ideas, we will be able to challenge the status quo. That's fundamentally what we wanted to try and communicate to the electorate of Jammu and Kashmir via this debate. Thanks indeed for joining us. We move on to take a quick look at the other top 9 stories making headlines tonight. The BJP has won its first Maharashtra test with NCP's support, but Sena and Congress have cried foul, claiming Speaker's bias helped BJP form an illegitimate government. BJP says they ran away from a floor test. Hindus were first hounded out from the valley. Now Kashmir's leading party, the PDP, shockingly warns the voters against electing a Hindu chief minister. Shockingly, the so-called secular Congress has come out in support of the communal call. 24 hours after one of India's most horrific medical malpractice tragedies that left 13 dead, not one negligent doctor arrested or sent to jail, but NewsX exposes a criminal botch-up, an attempt to destroy the evidence. Look at those pictures to the left and center of your screens. Medicines being destroyed, which were out of date and expired. It's a mega exclusive news break on NewsX. Now the channel has learned that for the first time since taking over the cross-country Burdwan terror plot, the NIA team is looking for help from Dhaka to share more information on the Jamaat terror web, and it has held a secret meeting with its counterparts from Bangladesh. Look at this. A cop first brandishes a gun and objectifies a woman, asking her to dance for 1 hour while he pours cash. With you, for you, always. That motto certainly doesn't apply to this man on your screens. Here's a story that makes a mockery of justice. Rajasthan police may have declared NDA Minister Nihal Chand Meghnal untraceable, but that didn't stop the rape-accused leader from taking charge as Minister of State for Panchayati Raj. Here's the man who's been declared missing by the Congress and is untraceable by the Rajasthan police. Moving on, the sleeping Karnataka Chief Minister has suddenly woken up to the issue of child rapes in the state, but his shortcut solution is to ban male staff from primary girls' schools. Reverse discrimination. Are you serious? In a major diplomatic development for India, Sri Lanka has agreed to pardon all the 5 Tamil fishermen sentenced to death only if India withdraws the appeal challenging the verdict. The fresh terms pose a dilemma for the Modi government. Which side is it going to weigh in on? And it's an Curious, enigmatic mystery. 2 Mayday calls from the jet of Mukesh Ambani's private plane sent the Mumbai ATC into a tizzy for about 6 minutes, but investigations reveal the plane never took off in the first place. So who got into the cockpit and made that Mayday call? No one quite knows as of now. The mask of righteousness has slipped just a bit. The BJP's electoral honeymoon has been eclipsed by the dark clouds of sharp practice. Consider the unsavory events witnessed in the Maharashtra Assembly. The pictures to the right of your screens there. The BJP that took such a principled stand 12 months ago, refusing to stake claim in Delhi because it didn't have the numbers, totally abandoned the high ground today. Instead, in Maharashtra, it chose to wade in to the murky waters of political deal-making. It did this greedily, staking claim, arguably bending the rules to win a trust vote, only to end up, as the opposition put it rather dramatically, in murdering democracy. As a consequence, the Congress and the Shiv Sena, no strangers to political skullduggery themselves, are today looking positively angelic by comparison. What was the need to sneak into power through the proverbial back door in Maharashtra? Why not, like Supreme Democrat Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the former Prime Minister, didn't the BJP honestly call for a vote through a division to prove its numbers on the floor of the House and thereby also its legitimacy? Today, through its actions, the BJP has bequeathed Maharashtra inordinate instability. It has ensured that its time in office will be spent more ensuring its own political survival than in serving the people. If it knew it didn't have the numbers, what was the harm in bowing out in a legitimate vote, just like Vajpayee did in 1996? Hubris, some say, may have prevented the BJP from adopting the more modest route. The party has got so used to winning that it can't countenance a loss. Hubris has clouded its judgment. Atal Bihari Vajpayee proved that you can lose a battle, but you can also bounce back and win the war. Shouldn't the BJP have taken a leaf out of the founder's book? That's the fundamental question we are asking tonight. Let's throw this open to debate. Joining us, Jaiveer Narasimha Rao, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party; Sujata Anandan, Senior Journalist from Mumbai; Clyde Crasto, Spokesperson of the NCP; Jaiveer Shergill, Spokesperson of the Congress, stays on with us. Let me begin by asking Sujata Anandan first, the individual who isn't associated principally with any political party. Who's to blame for this massive drama?
I think the BJP in this instance has been the NCP. I can see Pawar's imprint, Sharad Pawar's imprint all over this drama in the Maharashtra Assembly. I think this is the first major misstep that the BJP has made now in Maharashtra. It would have been far, far easier to take a division. I don't think seriously, although the Congress and the Shiv Sena are making a lot of noise about it and asking for another confidence motion, I don't think even those parties are in a mood to have the government fall. They are not in a mood to go to elections. They are tired. Nobody wants to spend any more money, at least not for the next 6 months. So what they have done is that the BJP has handed a stick in the hands of the Shiv Sena and the Congress to beat it with. On moral grounds, they will keep saying they have illegitimized their government. A duly elected, legitimate government has been illegitimized by this act of a voice vote.
Okay.
What would have happened if there had been a division? Nothing would have happened. The Congress and the Sena simply did not have the numbers, even compared to just the BJP alone, without the NCP and without the 10 or 15 independents. They would still have won the vote. They should have gone in for the division. This is illegitimizing their own government.
Okay, but you're saying that there is a Sharad Pawar imprint in all of this. Explain that. What do you mean?
Yes. The thing is, I do not want to sound too harsh, but Devendra Fadnavis is not, I mean, he has been a legislator for about 2 terms, but he is not very experienced in the ways of governance. And, you know, I have observed Sharad Pawar so closely for the last 20-25 years, you know. I mean, this is the way he would win a confidence vote in case there was some doubt about the numbers. But in through a voice vote, you know, where there is no legitimacy to it and there is no.
Well, that's a subjective observation. That's a subjective. But nonetheless, let me bring in the Congress and the NCP here. I find it strange, Mr. Crasto. I find it strange that both these parties, whether it was the Shiv Sena or the Congress, withdrew their speaker nominations and therefore gave what many people say is a free pass to the BJP. Why did this happen? In your book, why do you think this happened?
Yeah, Rahul, you have to understand one thing. You know, we've said this before, and we've been saying it again and again in the last few weeks. You know that what we are trying to do here is to get some stability for the people of Maharashtra. That's what I'm trying to say here. I've had this conversation with Anandan before also. You know, I mean, there's always a talk in political circles that anything that happens, there is a, you know, imprint of Mr. Sharad Pawar. Good enough. I mean, he, with his political acumen, you know, he knows what he's saying, what he's doing. But, you know, to put everything onto him is just, you know, it's like anybody wants to, you know, get their voice heard or get some sort of popularity.
Jaiveer Shergill.
Want to meet, you know, use Mr. Sharad Pawar.
Okay, so don't use Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar made it very clear.
Let me finish.
No, 1 second. Sharad Pawar made it very clear that he is going to support the BJP,
call
the vote, and he would have supported the BJP in the interest of. No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I think you made the point. I think you defended your position well. Let me go across to Jaiveer Shergill 1 second. Jaiveer Shergill, here you had an opportunity to contest for the Speaker's post. You backed out.